if you're making something like this, you might not have a helper. Yeah, it works.
Easy.
Okay.
Oh, nice, okay.
And of course, I have to decide where on this circle, you know, I have choices. I think I kind of like this diagonal action here.
As good as you can.
And if you were here when I did this, you'll notice it did sink. It's not nearly as dimensional as it was,
Oh,
and
that's
it
high.
will
Yeah.
it will actually lower a little bit
Sink
more.
more.
And so, you know, if you're concerned about things like a spatula or a serving utensil, it works with that. So that's my initial, I think, how I'm gonna do it. And I'm just gonna very lightly describe this. I don't do a lot of slipping and scoring these days, but because of the fact that this is such a big deal and so vulnerable to cracking, I'm taking more care here than I normally would. Certainly more care than I would if I was joining a handle or a knob.
Is that serrated?
Serrated. This is something to pay attention to if you're not really strong. Doing it like this is much easier than doing it like this. It's
Okay.
easier on your arms.
It looks more interesting too.
And flipping
Wonder what he
it
was
like
doing
this
outside.
gives me nice access to the bottom to slip and score it.
That's what I do with the cakes.
That's Patty does it with the cakes.
I do it with cakes. I have to, but I just, I
You don't
I don't
put it on
have
your
my
head,
head.
you just go
flip. I just flip.
Okay, what was your sister doing? Oh, well, my sister's husband and son used to own one. Okay, all right. So anyway, anyway, that's when she must know the locals. So she sold it to them. She was just.
Now what?
Okay,
Now
now.
Yeah, now what?
I'm thinking about this and I'm
Where's
thinking,
that?
but getting that flip back is a whole nother deal because
Because
it's wet.
I could put it on this, but I just
It's
assume not.
steady.
You'd lose
Right.
You lose your stuff.
You could put plastic
I
over
think
it
you
first.
But I'm gonna have to.
I was
can't
gonna
take
say,
it.
I
what
was
are we
gonna say that looked good
do?
for a while and then I was thinking about you
No,
gotta
it's
get
still
back.
What
works.
next? Now
It
what?
just,
Only because I played with cakes and it's kind of tricky. I had to buy a whole lot more racks to, you know, the cooling racks and things that are gigantic to
flip 'em.
16-inch cakes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There it is,
the
yeah.
best around it. They're diehards.
so every place along here, I kind of grab it, and you know, I've got this ledge here. That ledge is a very important part of the joinery because it gives me a nice wide footprint to stick to the base, and it also gives me the extra clay to blend the sides and the base together.
Mhm.
And anytime I'm doing this, I make sure that I'm not applying extra pressure to the rim because I could distort it. Doesn't matter if I distort the base because I'm going to blend, but I don't want to distort the rim.
It's letter hard. I just wanted to see how soft it was. It's not beyond ruining.
And I didn't realize it before, but my flange down here is a whole lot softer on one side than the other.
Maybe this area down in here.
Yeah, like this is stiff and this is soft over here. I wanted it all
I
on
can
the soft side, but I
see
didn't.
this side right here is there's a gap there.
I don't know if I said it, but my floor just popped off of the plaster. It did that after a couple days, no. And I had it covered up that whole time. So I didn't have to wire this off, which is a huge advantage when you have a bottom that's this wide. If I had thrown the base on a wooden bat, or a Formica bat, I would have had to have wired it off, and that would have been a challenge to get it pulled through without the wire rising up in the middle.
That area where it's higher is kind of keeping it from going down and adhering. That, you know,
Yeah,
this
the outside.
this ridge.
Oh, I haven't even messed with that part yet.
So you just keep
It'll be
pressing it
okay.
down.
I have utmost confidence in you.
I was thinking if it was not, you didn't have to worry about the rim, you could paddle the bottom on it. You can't do that. with
Well, I will.
the rim.
I will do some paddling with it turned over on the foam.
Oh, okay. Well, that would be my choice. I love paddling. It's kind of fun, really. You can get your frustrations out. Really. Smack that in.
I'm going to sit down here. Start looking at the outside. You don't have to whisper. Oh. It might be something that somebody else could benefit from hearing.
Yeah. Yes, my Hawaii trip.
What?
Travel plans.
So have you made one of these before?
No,
Not a square one.
Oh, it's cool. This
I've
is
made
great.
oval. I used to make oval.
Yeah, I've made oval ones, but I've never made a square one. That's cool.
But the ones I've made would not have probably made as nice of a lasagna dish.
No, you'd have to have baked ziti or something.
Yeah, baked ziti, yeah.
So I'm actually applying a lot of pressure here because I'm sticking it, but I'm also trying to smooth it. And the amount of pressure would be varied depending on how dry your clay was. And always, you're the best putting something this together kind of as wet as you feel like you can get away with. And the determining factor is usually being able to pick up the rim without having it fall apart or distort too much. What am I going to do with that?
I'm gonna cut with it. You gonna cut with it?
No. No, I'm not.